I don't know who's the.
Will they kill people?
Not for real life.
Stand there 1 second.
They're going behind the trees, you was right.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this afternoon's performance of our battle here at Hilton Castle. We'll start in about 5 minutes or so. So before we commence, I have to do the health and safety bit. Please do not pass the barriers that are there. I know we've got a large distance between our two barriers, but they are there for your safety.
What barriers?
The weapons out on the field are dangerous. So do beware that those barriers are there to protect you. Secondly, this will be noisy. With both muskets and artillery. We seem to place the artillery on the other side of the field today, which is a little bit better than yesterday, when right in front of us. But if you do have pets or animals with you, please hang on to them. If you are a small child with nervous parents, hang on to them. If you are an adult without children, well, it's a sad world and you're on your own. If the noise and the bangs do cause you concern, please do not put your fingers in your ears. This can cause you a bit of damage. Rather, cup your hands over your ears. It's much safer. But I think we're far enough away for it not to be too much of a problem today, and the wind will help take the noise away as well. So, we are taking you back this afternoon to the year 1644. The English Civil War started in 1642 due to disagreements between the King, Charles I, and his Parliament, largely concerned with how the country should be run. The causes are complicated and involve politics, taxation, religion, social levels, and an awful lot of other things. But the failure of the King and his Parliament to come to any agreement finally resulted in the King taking up arms against his own country. The first battle was at Edgehill near Worcester, which was pretty much a no-score draw. Both sides claiming victory, neither side really getting victory. The war was then to proceed through the following year in 1643. In 1643, generally speaking, was a good year for the King. The King's forces were pretty successful in most areas of the country. Principally here in the north, the Marquis of Newcastle, one of the richest men in the country, formed a massive army in support of Charles and swept down from Northumberland through the town and Weir area down into Yorkshire and seized the entire of the north for the King, with the one exception of Kingston upon Hull, which held out for Parliament. There were parliamentarian forces, particularly in Yorkshire, who were trying to regain territory from the Marquis of Newcastle, but having indifferent success. And this was to be the condition in the north throughout 1643. In 1644, over the winter of 1643-44, Parliament was successful in coming to an agreement with the Scots. And in 1644, the Scots army, under the command of David Leslie, marched into England in support of Parliament. They swept down through Northumberland into the town and Weir area. Sunderland at this time was a fairly small town, but Newcastle was a fortified city, and the Royalists held out in Newcastle. The Scots began to besiege Newcastle, But after being unsuccessful in stopping Newcastle being reinforced, Leslie decided he could not waste any more time worrying about Newcastle. He left a small force to continue the siege and turned to march south with the remainder of his army to join up with the Parliamentarian forces in Yorkshire. The Royalist commander in Newcastle decided he could not allow this, and so he sallied out with most of his garrison, leaving only a small force inside the city, determined to stop the Scots marching south. After a bit of manoeuvring, they came to face each other across Baldon Hill. And for that day, they sat and stared at each other and did nothing. The terrain around Baldon at that time was so difficult for manoeuvring military forces that neither side really wanted to commit to an attack. By the evening, the King's forces decided, well, this is not going to work, and they retired. And there was a little bit more manoeuvring around over the next couple of days. And then the two armies again faced each other over pretty much the same ground as they had before. But this time, the Royalists were determined to try and stop the Scots. And so there was an action at Baldon Hill. Well, sadly we don't know all the details of this action, but it's this fight that we are basing today's battle on. And you can see that the Royalist guns way down to the left, the furthest from the castle, have opened up on the Parliamentarian artillery at the top of the rise, and now the Parliamentarians, the Scots as we'll call them, are now responding. And down at the bottom of the hill on the left are the Royalist foot arrayed, ready for battle. And the artillery are continuing to pound each other. The guns trying to silence each other, but putting another artillery piece is a really difficult target. And now over on the right, we've got the Scots infantry starting to move, and there's a couple of Scots cavalrymen as well. A picket out to try and spot where the Royalists are. And the two cavalry troops, one from either side, meeting in the centre of the field. Neither side has large quantities of cavalry. The Scots actually dispatched a lot of their cavalry away to the west. They were to attack around the Corbridge area. And of course the Royalists coming out of a siege in Newcastle wouldn't have had a lot of course, because cavalry is not a lot of use in a siege. So now the Scots foot forming up on the top of the rise. Cavalry continuing to clash. And although there's not many cavalry here, you can see that the Royalists are trying to use their cavalry to disrupt the Scottish foot as they advance. And now out in the front of the infantry, you can see the ensigns flourishing their colours, taunting the enemy. Scots musketeers sending out advance ranks of shot. This way you can send one rank of men forward to shoot at the enemy without actually getting the rest of your men within range. So this fairly long-range ineffectual fire. The Royalists can tend to sit down at the bottom of the hill, let the Scots do a lot of firing, possibly wasting their powder. And now they respond with a salve.